Moderator, Commissioners to the 146th General Assembly, and guests. My name is Joan Masterton, and I speak on behalf of the Cutting Edge of Mission Committee. Each year at General Assembly, our committee seeks to honor people and organizations that act and speak with prophetic voices that call for justice and action. Our focus this past year has been on the global crisis in human trafficking, and we learned how active it is in Canada. Survivors tell horrific stories of the trauma they have experienced. The Canadian Centre to End Human Trafficking was created to demand a national strategy for change by collaborating with various stakeholders to advance best practices and to best serve victims and survivors of this crime. It is my honor, on behalf of the committee, to introduce Julia Drydyk, Executive Director of the Canadian Centre to End Human Trafficking.
Honorable Commissioners to the 2001 General Assembly, the Presbyterian Church of Canada, distinguished members of the Cutting Edge of Mission Award Committee, and guests. My name is Julia Drydyk, the Executive Director of the Canadian Centre to End Human Trafficking, and it is my honor to be here with you today. On behalf of our board, staff, and partners, we are sincerely grateful for the recognition that we have received in our efforts to date on tackling human trafficking in Canada, and we graciously accept the Cutting Edge of Mission Award. When the Canadian Centre to End Human Trafficking was founded in 2016, our ultimate goal was, and continues to be, to defeat human trafficking and to put an end to this crime in Canada. We exist to create a national strategy for change. Human trafficking is a sophisticated, organized crime that demands sophisticated, coordinated, and integrated solutions. The Presbyterian Church of Canada is an invaluable partner to ending human trafficking in Canada, and we thank you for your unwavering commitment and support to tackle modern-day slavery in all of its forms. With you by our side, we will continue to support victims and survivors affected by human trafficking by increasing awareness of human trafficking in Canada. Only when every Canadian is armed with the knowledge of how widespread and manipulative this crime is, can we truly act together to interrupt its cycle. By operating the Canadian Human Trafficking Hotline, available 24/7, 365 days a year, our highly trained hotline response advocates provide immediate, trauma-informed support to victims and survivors, whenever and wherever they need us. By conducting leading research to better understand how this heinous crime occurs and how we can support and empower the vulnerable communities of this crime. And by advocating for long-term sustainable change that effectively tackles the root causes of human trafficking. We must make sure that our collective reach, support, education, and influence are maximized to their fullest in order to provide outcomes that benefit more Canadian women and girls now and keep the most vulnerable in our community safe for generations to come. The reality is, this is a crisis much larger than most Canadians realize. Human trafficking in Canada is occurring at shocking levels. You might have seen the most recent statistics. Police reported incidents increased by 44% in 2019, just from 1 year earlier. And 95% of victims and survivors are women and girls, some as young as 12 years old. 55% of all perpetrators mask themselves as boyfriends. Human trafficking is a Canadian, nonpartisan crisis. Together, we have achieved impactful change already. Most recently, through the release of our Human Trafficking Corridors in Canada report, we ignited interest of Canadians from coast to coast to coast, conveying how widespread and pervasive human trafficking really is in Canada. Together, we've already made great strides. We're making a meaningful difference in the lives of victims and survivors of human trafficking through the Canadian Human Trafficking Hotline, through our National Referral Directory, through our first-of-its-kind research, and our education and advocacy programs. Together, we will see an end to this crime. This prestigious award and accompanied financial assistance will certainly support us as we serve victims and survivors of human trafficking whenever and wherever they need us. Thank you, and we look forward to building our partnership to realize our ultimate goal of ending human trafficking in Canada together.